Welcome back for another book review. Today we're talking about this one. So this is The Contemporary Witch, 12 Types and 35 Spells and Rituals for Advancing Witches to Find Their Path by Ambrosia Hawthorn and Sarah Justice. So the cover, first of all, is glorious. It's raised, so it's fun to touch, and it's very well done. I love the artwork in here. It's really pretty. It does come with its own bookmark, which is fun. But yeah, overall, like, just aesthetically, whoever was in charge of this, fantastic job. I feel like it's the random publishers that give us the fun books because, like, this is Weldon Owen for the publishing house. Llewellyn, why can't we have fun books? Why can't we have raised covers and like these fun colored pages and stuff and bookmarks? Like, I don't know that I've ever seen that in a Llewellyn book. Could they do it? Could that be an option? Because that would be kind of fun. So this book, it kind of does go off of that subtitle about the types of witches, which is what this book is about. It's all about 12 different types of witches. Each chapter kind of breaks it down into a couple different things, kind of like an overall and then a couple specifics. You know, like green witches, but then you have like hearth and garden and cottage and whatever. Like, it, you know, breaks it down a little bit. And then there's like rituals and things for each one. And so that's kind of the premise of this book. So I gave this one a 3 out of 5 star. It's just, that's all this book is. So like, personally, I've never really cared what type of witch I am. To me, we're all like a hodgepodge of all of the options. Really. Like, is there really like a kitchen witch who never does a candle spell? Or has a garden? Or like has an ancestor altar, at least at Samhain? Like, I feel like we do a little bit and like, is there not a kitchen witch who's gonna have like a tarot deck? You know, like, we kind of all mix and match and mingle a little bit. So I have just never really felt the need to be like, well, this is my particular brand. Because I feel like witchcraft is just the hodgepodge of different things, and it's cool, and that's what I like about being a witch. And that's what we do, and we all kind of have things that fall under the umbrella of witchcraft and paganism and all that jazz, which is also an option too. But yeah, so it's never something that I care about. And like, I actually, as I was reading this book, was in a conversation about like, well, what type of witch are you? And I'm like, just actually handily dandily. This kind? Like, I'm a book nerd. Books is my life. That's what I do. And like, my type of magic is just all of the things that I read in the books. Like, happily incorporating a variety of things. Like, I don't know, how'd you include ancestor altar, wanting to have a labyrinth, trying to practice meditation, trying to incorporate some Buddhist philosophies, but not all of them, and like trying to have a garden and working with the land spirits, with the hearth spirits, and like, yes, just all of the things. So naturally my answer was just eclectic, because that's what I do. But yeah, I don't know, I've never cared about it, and that's literally the entire book. So if you ever back in the day did those BuzzFeed tests and things, you're like, oh my god, what type of witch am I? This will give you ideas. And like, of course it's not an endless list, and it really kind of goes with like some generic-ish variations, and it doesn't really go into the pagan side of witchcraft, which was intriguing, because obviously the pagan and the witchcraft are similar and often are both, but not always. So this book, I feel like, is really good if you are leaving the beginner stages of like, I'm a witch, and now you're like, how do I advance? Because it felt like, especially for me, where I was like past the beginner steps, but I wasn't sure I would really call myself advanced, and you're wanting to move into like intermediate categories. That's really hard to find. And this book felt like a really good stepping stone of a way to look into making your path intermediate rather than just beginner. But like, if you're like graduating out of that, like, yeah, you know the basics, you know the elements, you know how to cast a circle, blah blah blah, like once you're past there and you're pretty solid on your foundation and you're ready to move up a little bit, this is a good option to just consider. So I would love to know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me and get access to exclusive content, it is patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and blessed be.